Once you really internalize, like, I am worthy of and deserving of love, you can share those things openly, and whether somebody accepts or rejects you, you're okay with that. That's why I reveal these things right when I meet somebody. Their reaction immediately shows me, can this be a long-term relationship or friendship, or is this going to end right now? People show you through their body language very quickly, through their word choice. Sometimes people don't even lie about it. They just say it outright, like, oh, that's a little weird. It's like, oh, really? What's weird about that? Uh, a lot of the things that we're judgmental of in other people is us just rejecting it because we don't understand it. This also helps kind of subside the anger. When you're really genuinely curious about why somebody did what they did, then you can start to understand it. To bring it to the most practical level, because of your past experience, now you're having difficulty trusting people. Someone may come into your life that really loves and cares about you, and they're trying to help you get past that block, and they're like, I want you to open up to me, and you're just like, no, like, I can't, like, I don't know if what's going to happen, right? And so you can kind of reject them for it and avoid the fact of the matter of they're trying to initiate that vulnerability and that openness. I think there's a degree of trust that comes naturally with people, but then also when there's a deep wound and insecurity around it, it takes a little bit more to unpack that, even if they do show you that you guys can hold that space for each other. There's been a lot of internal work I had to do to get to the point that I'm at now, because in all of my past romantic relationships, I didn't open up about anything. Anytime she asked me, like, what are you going through? I'm like, I'll deal with it myself. Like, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. And then I realized I was just rejecting my relationship. I was rejecting her. I was rejecting myself. And now I don't do that anymore. And now, with my partner now, it's like anything that I'm dealing with and that's present, it's like we have a conversation about it. And she's also very good at reading me. If I'm, like, a little bit off, like, she'll notice and then point it out, and then we'll have a conversation about it. And so, especially in your romantic relationships, it's like that's a requirement for us to. And so here's the thing: is like you get to know somebody on such a deep, intimate level, romantically, and just with friendships through like deep conversations with people and relating on certain topics and ideas, concepts, philosophies, whatever the case is, ways of living. You guys really create the space together that like we can share anything. We need to be able to be open about everything and be accepted for everything. If there's a certain like friends or people in your life where like you can talk about this thing with them, but this other thing like you can't talk about with them, might not be right for each other. I've really started to internalize for myself. It's like if we don't and it's like not to say you need to agree with every single concept in the book, because like we're different human beings, like we might not agree on absolutely everything. You can disagree on things and still not reject the other person, because you can disagree on something and still seek to understand their perspective. So anyway, back to what I was saying. What also helps subside the anger is like, okay, just at first you're like, I just don't understand, so you just get angry. It's like, okay, why are they doing this? And then what you may realize is there's a deep insecurity or deep wound within them that has caused them to do this thing. And now what? Now there's opportunity for connection and or simply understanding the situation, because once you understand, hey, this person did this thing, and it's more of a reflection of them than it has to do with me, it just kind of affected me, and it's based on an insecurity, you can think to yourself, oh, I have insecurities too, and sometimes those affect me. It's now you can like, doesn't have to be that much anger anymore. It's like, oh, they're going through this shit too. Did they express it in a way that might be a lot worse than I did? Yeah, potentially. But it's like, okay, once you understand it, it's like, okay, then there's acceptance there. And acceptance is such a beautiful experience, because you're no longer rejecting other people. Now you can accept somebody for who they are and let them go, because there's things that people do that are unforgivable in terms of continuing your relationship with them. So that's possible. But you can still accept them, like, hey, I see why you did this, but, we no longer have a place in each other's lives anymore. It's like, hey, I know you're doing this based on insecurity, and, you weren't really aware of it, but, like, this was too far. But also understanding, since we both have these insecurities, there's going to be times where I make mistakes, and there's going to be times where you make mistakes. And when those happen, like, can we hold a space for each other? And can we work through this? Yeah, I was having a conversation with someone earlier, and he was talking about how a lot of his relationships have fell apart very quickly. If your relationship falls apart based on one argument, one disagreement, you had no foundation for the relationship. And you may think to yourself, because like I talk to people who say that the relationships end quickly, and they're like, no, like we had such a deep connection, like we were so connected to us. No, you weren't. Because if you were, it would be not a conversation of, oh, fuck you, we're done, and more of like, you really pissed me off, like, let's figure this out. And so that's also a good measure of, can I trust this person with information? How emotional are they? And also, all of our relationships are a reflection of ourselves. So here's another thing to ask yourself. This is a little bit deep. I feel like I can't trust other people. Do I feel like I can trust myself? Do I feel like I'm deserving of love? Do I feel like I'm a person that's even deserving to have someone put their trust in me and to reveal information and for us to build on that and to actually hold the space for each other? You may realize that the answer is, oh, I'm not really sure if I feel like I fully deserve that. And that could also be a result of the traumatizing experiences that you've had and as a result of some other things as well. And a lot of the times with these deep questions, the surface level answer that your mind gives you is like, oh no, like we're not insecure. Like, oh no, we're good. Oh no, it's like, it's not that. And then you realize like, oh, it might actually be that. You know, the surface level questions that people ask you when you meet them doesn't do that. Hey, what do you like to do? Hey, what do you do for fun? It's like that's cool information, but like, where's my soul at? Like, where's that? Let's connect on that level.